Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings. Thank you for joining us. We're broadcasting in Apple Valley, California.
Yep. And we are talking science and technology once again.
This was an interesting one because I've had LASIK. Scientists may have found a way to correct vision without surgery, lasers, or cutting.
This is
Awesome.
promising. Yep.
Using tiny electrical currents and custom contact lenses, researchers reshaped rabbit corneas in just a minute. A process that could one day replace LASIK. So, how do they know that the rabbit is myopic? That the rabbit is nearsighted or farsighted?
I don't even know if they went that far with this.
They just
study.
elongated the eye.
Yeah.
Then how do they know that makes the vision clear? That's what I don't understand.
Because that's what they do.
This research was funded by the National Eye Institute of the National Institutes of Health and the John Stauffer Charitable Trust. Would you like to know more?
Millions of Americans live with vision problems that range from mild blurriness to complete blindness. While glasses and contact lenses are common solutions, many people prefer not to rely on them. As a result, hundreds of thousands choose corrective eye surgery each year, most often LASIK, a laser procedure designed to reshape the cornea and improve eyesight. And you said you've had that, right?
I have.
Although widely used, LASIK can sometimes lead to unwanted side effects. To address this, researchers are experimenting with ways to reshape the cornea without cutting, and their early tests in animal tissue show promise.
Yeah, one of the side effects I get is like when I look at the moon or look at lights, I'll see a halo around the moon. Michael Hill, a chemistry professor at Occidental College, shared his team's findings during the American Chemical Society's ACS fall meeting. The cornea, a clear dome-shaped layer at the front of the eye, bends light so it focuses on the retina. The signal is then sent to the brain and turned into a visual image. When the cornea is irregularly shaped, light does not focus correctly, causing blurry vision. LASIK corrects this by using highly specialized lasers to remove very thin layers of corneal tissue, altering its shape. So what they did was, they cut the cornea in almost a full circle. They peeled it back and then with the laser, whatever they needed.
This is your LASIK, you mean?
Yeah, and then they put the flap back on, and the flap healed, and it you can't even see the scarring anymore. But it was visible for about 3-4 years to doctors looking.
And it varies by patient, because I remember my eye doctor telling me that, my optometrist telling me that I could do it, but it'd probably only be good for like 3 or 4 years of my eyes. So
cataracts will come in or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. I got, according to my optometrist, I just went the other day, I've got mild cataracts, small cataracts, but nothing to get excited about yet. So, haven't had a prescription change in a couple of years, so that's cool.
Good.
Yeah.
The method is generally considered safe, but cutting into the cornea weakens its structure and carries some risk, as Hill explains. Quote, LASIK is just a fancy way of doing traditional surgery. It's still carving tissue. It's just carving with a laser.
Okay. But what if the cornea should be reshaped without the need for any incisions? This is what Hill and collaborator Brian Wong are exploring through a process known as electromechanical reshaping, or EMR. Quote, the whole effect was discovered by accident, explains Wong, a professor and surgeon at the University of California, Irvine. Very good school. Quote, I was looking at living tissues as moldable materials and discovered this whole process of chemical modification. In the body, the shapes of many collagen-containing tissues, including corneas, are held in place by attractions for oppositely charged components. These tissues contain a lot of water, so applying electric potential to them lowers the tissue's pH, making it more acidic. By altering the pH, the rigid attractions within the tissue are loosened and make the shape malleable. When the original pH is restored, the tissue is locked into the new shape.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Previously,
it's like taking steel or molten iron and then reshaping it, forming it something, fittings, pipe, plate, whatever.
Previously, the researchers used EMR to reshape cartilage-rich rabbit ears, as well as alter scars in skin in pigs. But one collagen-rich tissue that they were eager to explore was the cornea. In this work, the team constructed specialized platinum contact lenses that provided a template for the corrected shape of the cornea, then placed each over a rabbit eyeball in a saline solution meant to mimic natural tears. The platinum lens acted as an electrode to generate a precise pH change when the researchers applied a small electric potential to the lens. So this platinum lens they put on the eye and then they charged it. Wow. That's crazy. After about a minute, the cornea's curvature reformed to the shape of the lens. About the same amount of time LASIK takes, but with fewer steps, less expensive equipment, and no incisions. Wow.
Yeah. They repeated this setup on 12 separate rabbit eyeballs, 10 of which were treated as if they had myopia or nearsightedness. In all the myopic eyeballs, the treatment dialed in the targeted focus power of the eye, which would correspond to improved vision. The cells in the eyeball survived the treatment because the researchers carefully controlled the pH gradient. Additionally, in other experiments, the team demonstrated that their technique might be able to reverse some chemical-caused cloudiness to the cornea, a condition that is currently only treatable through a complete cornea transplant or corneal transplant.
Yeah. Cloudiness. Though this initial work is promising, the researchers emphasize that it's in its very early stages. Next up is what Wong describes as, quote, the long march through animal studies that are detailed and precise, including tests on a living rabbit rather than just its eyeball. They also plan to determine the types of vision correction possible with EMR, such as near and farsightedness and astigmatism. Though the next steps are planned, uncertainties in the team's scientific funding have put them on hold. So they're looking for funding.
Yeah.
Quote, there's a long road between what we've done and the clinic, but if we get there, this technique is widely applicable, vastly cheaper, and potentially even reversible, concludes Hill.
And they're probably not going to get any funding from any glass manufacturers, right?
Right, yeah, like the eyeglass.
Yeah, eyeglass
or
companies.
Association of Medical Ophthalmologists. Or,
yeah. But, it's a changing point, right? Let's try and...
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, and it may not fit everybody, so glasses aren't going to go away, but supply and demand, right?
Yep.
So,
all right, folks,
story.
We hope you enjoy your Sabbath. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you Monday.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Thank you.